Hello from isolation. I'm in my room on my own. Oh, isolation. I'm making this up as I go along. Oh, there's a frog, there's a frog, there's a frog. Oh, there's a frog, there's a frog, oh, frog. Oh, there's a frog, there's a frog, oh, frog. That's enough for that. Hello, tales of whatever, man. So, I'm going to talk about a few different things. Okay, I know you say we can't actually read, but I'm going to flout the rules. So, in my own fucking bedroom. Do what I want. You can't stop me doing anything. I'm not leaving. Oh no, that's fallen to pieces. I'm going to tell some anecdotes from my life as a comedian, Quaker, drug addict. I actually, when I used to live with my ex-girlfriend who had BPD, and I'm drug addict, borderline personality disorder, quite tempestuous dynamic, quite fraught dynamic. I was on edge all the bloody time, which is my main reason for taking drugs to try and she made me very anxious to try and alleviate some of that anxiety. And also as drug addicts, we try to attain a kind of an ecstatic, childlike utopian vision. If you were to look at the world with all its imperfections in the right way, through the eyes of a saint or of a mystic, you would be secluded in your personal utopia, irrespective of what was going on outside. That would be lovely right about now, but I'm clean now. I'm clean. I can't enter mystical realms, even though I'd like to, because the world outside is riddled. You would realise that labouring to put things right on earth was futile, for it is in your mind that the world is transfigured or is not. The improved world that every drunk or junkie hopes to enter is an example of this. Insulated, enveloping, heart-achingly beautiful. Solitary utopias of the mind, inventing islands for themselves to inhabit, which is the main aim of every drug addict, of every addict. And that's why I've always really liked the lyrics to happy hardcore music. I will champion happy hardcore music until the day I die. I used to listen to it on repeat when I was in college doing art and design BTEC. Ended up getting a degree in English literature and creative writing. I got first in that after 6 years, which should have been a doctor by that point, but I was English literature. It was good. I liked it. I listened to happy hardcore, and the thing I like about happy hardcore is the very simple, childlike, almost what's the word I'm looking for? Thesaurus.com. Spelled it wrong. These are the lyrics in their entirety. I want to fly, making rainbows in the sky, find a star where love never dies, and live forever in the skies. Come on, let me try to make the colours in the sky, to keep my dream that love never dies, and hold you ever in my arms and cry. Rainbow Islands. powerful lyrics. It's so simple. It speaks to transcendence even more than someone like Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of the transcendentalists. Anyway, where was I getting to? When me and my ex-girlfriend lived together, I refused to siphon water out of our flooded bedroom because I was too busy making the stop-motion animation of a sweet corn wrestling a peanut on our kitchen countertop. And looking back, I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back between my ex-girlfriend and I. But still stayed there for another couple of years. I mean, my favourite conception of God is the Beckettian version, which is from a Dutch philosopher whose name I can't pronounce. Is Geulincx, and he had this idea of the faraway God, which is a God that faces away from its creation, looking out the window, ignoring all cosmic activity. And I applied this to a bit of sweet corn. So when I was 6 years old, I was noticed under a mild hoarder's sofa. I got dumped at a hoarder's house. Not dumped. It was just not. I mean, I didn't understand really what poverty was at that age, but it's just like a stinky house, but owned by a nice woman who looked after us while my mum was at work or something. I noticed under her sofa that there was one single bit of sweet corn. I'd rather a pile, just to see one, like disgusted me on like a primitive level. I don't know why. I mean, when I was young, if I spilled a bit of soup down myself, that always felt like a bit too dainty, so I'd pour the whole fucking bowl down me. And that's kind of how I live my life. And I like to undermine formalities, like by dipping below the threshold of correct conduct. I was on a conference call the other day, important video conference call, and I used it as an opportunity to eat a big bowl of bolognese. They told me not to because they said visually that's grotesque to watch that. You've got mince in your beard, and we're trying to talk about the logistics of an arts festival. You've got a big bolognese face. Fucking did it anyway. Not telling me what to do in my life. I'm in my room. Oh yeah. So the bit of sweet corn was under the sofa. I returned to the same property 4 years later, and the sweet corn was still there, like a perennial sweet corn, ignorant of everything around it, much like Beckett's faraway God. That corn was God. It was probably wrong, because when we was on Southend Seafront, she was sucking me off and had this moment of depersonalization or disassociation, where she was sucking me off and this unaccompanied dog came around the corner, and I remember locking eyes with that dog and thinking, as long as he's there, I'm going to be all right. As long as he's my guardian angel, I'll be safe. Please don't go, old friend. For the love of God, don't go. Oh, I once milkshaked my mum to demonstrate what milkshaking was. And she chinned me with a metal colander. I wish all disputes could be resolved with just 4 massive headbutts. Like 4 big old headbutts, done. 4 big headbutts, like when giraffes rub their necks together, and done. Like all done. 4 big boy headbutts, bang, 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 bang. I'm sorry, I love you. I love you so bloody much. You know that, don't you? Oh, I hurt my wrist. This is why I could never have been a boxer, because my wrists are pussies. Got pussy wrists. On May 22nd, 2007, an Egyptian scholar was disciplined by Al-Azhar University, one of Islam's most prestigious institutions, after he issued a fatwa calling upon women to breastfeed their male colleagues, because Dr. Izzat Atiyah said that his fatwa offered a way around the mixing of the sexes in the workplace, since breastfeeding established a maternal relationship even if the beneficiary was not the biological son. Oh, mate, just pure. Sucking on tits is a weird thing, isn't it? It's like when you have sex with tits, like when you stick your dick between. Like, what are you shagging two globules?